Good afternoon. Today is the 28th of August and this is a slightly shambolic shuffle around the 2023 Knebworth Classic Motor Show at Knebworth House near Stevenage. This is the 11th part. We started yesterday, we're finishing off today. I do apologise in advance for the wind noise if I get interrupted by loud revving of cars, if I get interrupted by announcements, by background music, which has already given me copyright notification this weekend. I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. So 1963 Humber Sceptre Mark 1A, as the plate says, although the real plate is the back there somewhere. Based on Hillman Super Mink. That looks very nice, doesn't it? Also got a Lanchester here. Can't say I know much about these at all. In fact, we're going to have to move on because I know nothing else. 1964 Chevy Corvette Stingray. That's very nice. MGTD. Don't know what year it would be, about 1950, something like that. It's a very nice sort of biscuit coloured interior. We're going to have to not say a beige one because I don't think it is. 2004 Maserati. Another biscuited leather interior. This one is the 4200. Oh, a 2005, okay. Maybe that's a personal plate or something. Yes, it is. That's why. MGTC 1948. Again, third car in a row with this kind of biscuit interior in leather. Ooh, another Panther Calista. We've already seen a V6 one. This is a 1.6. It's a 1989. It's a very late one. 1.6 Ford, I believe it's a Pinto engine. And we've got a friend. Here we are. Hello. Better not say anything nasty to you, otherwise he might attack me. It's a bit vicious, that Panther. Then we've got a Vale Special from about 1933. Yeah, I've never seen one of those before. Wow. 1969 to 70 Triumph Herald 1200. I think that this was about the last year they made the 1200 Heralds, and by this stage it was just the saloon being made. Unusual to see one of these this late. Normally it's the sort of 1360s and things like that I see at shows. 84-85 Mercedes-Benz 280 SL. So the base model for the year, without any of the fancy stuff, but yes, very nice. And we've got the Rolls-Royce of beige leather interiors, 1980 to 81 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow 2, headlamp brushes, and yes, here we are, the beige leather interior with wood. How could you possibly improve on the Rolls-Royce of beige leather interiors? I don't think it's possible to do so. 1970 to 71 MGB Roadster, which is still rather nice. 1985 to 86 Nissan 300C. These are very rare cars. They're like sort of low double-digit numbers of these left. With the VG, I think it was, VG30 engine V6 had headlamp wiper action. Saw this yesterday, based on the Y30 Nissan Cedric. And here is a Y31 Cedric, 87, 88, VIP Brougham trim, Japanese domestic market. We didn't get these over here actually. 300C wasn't a huge seller, to be honest. We didn't bother importing the other Cedrics, but we've got one here from Japanese domestic market. Look at all these buttons and phone and all kinds of things. That is extremely 1980s and extremely wonderful. They lasted for ages as taxis, didn't they? A long time. So, 1979 to 1980, Ford Cortina Mark V, also known as a Cortina 80. This is the 2-litre GL, so we're sort of further up the range. I mean, the things like the S and the gear would be the nicer ones. A couple of GTMs here, GTM Libra, this is presumably also a Libra. I forget what these cars are actually based on. I think it's sort of metro based or something. You can see sort of metro indicator sorts of things like that. So maybe you're at the age of the actual metro that the car's based on. They use VK series, these Libras. This is again metro door locks and things like that. This has got Rover R8. Indicator on wiper stalks though. 1970 to 71 Vauxhall Ventura FD. Saw this yesterday. Looking very splendid indeed. Local plate actually to the area, that's RO. And then we've got this Vauxhall Victor Super. Again 70-71. I think inverted commas this is the facelifted FD Victor. I can't remember what the differences were, to be honest, between the pre and post facelift. Plymouth Scamp 1972-73, again we saw this yesterday. And very nice 88 to 89 Volvo 240 GLT Estate. Just bring back a lot of memories for me, because my mother had a GL for many, many years. FE Victor Estate here, 74-75. We'll have a look at the load bay actually. It is open. Yeah, lots of stuff you can fit in there. Load of stuff. And we've got a Vauxhall VX 490, which was the sort of sporty version of the FD Victor, although not a 6-cylinder. That was a Ventura. I always thought the VX 490 had a black rear panel, but this one doesn't have one. And then we've got the Ventura 2. I imagine this is the facelifted FD Ventura, 3.3 litre engine. Styling of these is really nice, isn't it? It's a very attractive car. 1977 Ford Granada Mark 1 gear, 3 litre automatic. Very late Mark 1 production had actually stopped of the Mark 1s by the time this car was registered. The Mark 2s came out I think August or September 77. Also sort of late for the Mark 2 this time is 85 Mark 2 2.8 gear. They did make these at the same time as well as the Mark 3s, but the Mark 3 actually came out on a B plate February, March 85, well this would have been sort of after August 85. I think, I can't remember what it's called, Chatsworth Blue interior or something I think these were called. I love Mark II Granadas, that's one of my favourite cars actually. Another Mark 1 here, this is a pre-facelift Mark 1. It's the 3 litre XL with vinyl roof. I think we saw this one yesterday actually. When we did. So Mark 3 Granada 87-88 plate. Another lovely Mark II, this facelift Mark II, 2.8 gear X injection, 82-83 on the probably the gear wheels as opposed to TRXs. You could get TRX alloys which look very similar, but they're very hard to find tyres for. Pre-facelift one, this one, I think we saw this yesterday again, 79-80. Another gear. It's 2.3 gear this one, which is a rare spec. I think it's a manual 2.3 gear as well. Yeah, it's a manual, a lot of fun. Then we have 84-85 2.8 gear, wearing the Mark III Scorpio Cosworth wheels.
Okay, what do you think about the GMC?
And then something very rare here. I've asked about this since yesterday. It is a Coleman Milne Minster. It's what these were called. They're not a limousine, as you can see. They haven't got extra seats or anything. It's just the rear door has been lengthened massively. And if we look inside, we've got a very plush grey leather interior. So it'll be probably a 2.8 gear, which would have been based on. Wheels have been added later. Again, this one's a facelift. Probably about 20 of these were made, so they're very rare. Then Mark 1 Coupe, I think this is the only Mark 1 Coupe here today, yep. 74, 75. They were all gear spec in this country. This one's had a Type 9 gearbox fitted to it later, originally being an automatic or a 4-speed manual. And then this one, this is a proper limousine. I think this is a Coleman Mill, yep, there's a bonnet at the front which suggests it is. It's a Grosvenor, facelifted Mark II. And then this one, very early Ford Consul. And I understand this isn't a genuine GT. It still looks great though. Still got that lovely Essex V6 in there. And then we've got this early Mark 1 Transit. I hope it's a V6 in there, viewers. What's that? F67, 68. Because if that has the extended bonnet and it's not the V6, then it's a car we can't talk about, because we don't talk about diesels on this channel. 1984 to 1985 Mini, which got 60s Austin Cooper badges. Oliver, British Open Classic Special Edition Mini from the early 90s. Look at that interior. That's not the engine, by the way, viewers. That's the rev off happening in the background. Yeah, 92, 93. Mini 30, I think we saw this actually yesterday when it was leaving. This is an automatic Mini 30. They were only made in 1989. And we've got a late Mayfair. The Mayfair Minis were the last types of Mayfair car produced. Things like the Montego and the Maestro and the Metro have been discontinued by 1989. Whereas the Mayfair, well, the Minis kept going, I think it's about 1996. That's a Mark 6 Mini 94-95 registration. Another one of these R53 Mini Cooper S's, 2002-3 registration. So replica, just 60s Mini, again based on a Mark 6, same as the Mayfair 94-95 registration, but 60s badge on the front of there. 1990-1991 Mini here, with some, I think they are Mini light wheels, or like style wheels. Actually, that one's had the Mark II rear lights fitted to it to make it look a bit older than it is. But a genuine, the old one here, 64 Morris Mini Cooper. I don't think it's even an S, I think it's just a standard one.
What do you think about your Harley?
Morris 10, probably from the late 30s.
What have you got? What have you got?
Let's try to trip over this this piece of string here. There we go, didn't trip over. Excellent, we're doing better today, aren't we? Chevy Camaro. Don't know what year that is. What's a classic car show? That's not a classic car, is it? This definitely though is. 1963 Ford Consul Capri. There were two of these here yesterday. This one had an automatic gearbox fitted. I don't think that was an option back in the day. Maybe that's from like a Mark 1 Granada or something, which is interesting. And then we've seen these modern Mustangs yesterday. We won't look at those too much, I don't think, really. This is only most of you tuned in to see them. Covered in, I think, one of the last parts of yesterday. I haven't seen these before though, viewers. Look at this. Triumph TR6, 75-76. I think one of the last cars to use the Triumph straight 6 engine. The other one was the Triumph 2500S and the regular 2000. Triumph TR5, 1967-68. TR6, 1973-74. Like this colour. Is this mimosa yellow? This one.
What do you think about the GMC? Sierra.
And then a TR3. This one. be from the late 50s.
He's missed his bank.
Right viewers, that is it for all 11 parts of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the 2023 Knebworth Classic Motor Show. I've been promised by the owner of this car that I can now do a little video on it, so that's what I'm going to do. But thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like to leave a comment below, and shall see you again very soon for more incorrect information.